I don't even know what to think with you, buddy. That's crazy. Go over there and I can pick herbs along the way. Potion is still in effect. God, it's such a beautiful morning. My eyes are burning. Oh, what's that noise? Anyone else just hear a loud bang? Did a tree fall? The fuck was that? Someone fire off a gun? I might. I don't know how many flowers you want me to pick for her if it will make them happy. I hope they like eye bright. It's about as close to light bright as we're gonna get. Or something. Lockpick. Easy. Should just open it, even if I'm not trying to steal anything from it. Fine. Right at all. Fine me. Hello.
I'll be with you, sir.
I'm Henry, Miller Crazel's new apprentice. He sent me to search for a niter pit and said you might be able to help me with that.
Of course I will. I'm Bonnie. Nice to meet you.
Bonnie? It's not a name I hear often.
It's not the name I was baptized with. In our craft, it ain't a good idea to tell people your real name. That's why we use nicknames. What should we call you?
The Butcher, Van Rick, the Wolf of Skalitz, the Poet, Henry.
The Wolf of Skalitz.
Well, that's not very creative. You know what? I'll come up with a nickname for you myself when I get to know you better. Did you bring me something from the mill?
Actually, Crazel said you'd appreciate some herbs.
He's right there. Do you have some for me?
I've got something here.
Here.
My word, that's exactly what I need. The ingredients for the magic ritual.
What kind of magic ritual?
The kind where Zenek finally gets some sense into his head and stops making stupid beginner's mistakes. Just so you know, that mess with the author of Hermes Trismegistos would never have happened to me. Not me.
Well, hey, I got it pretty quickly.
While we're on the subject of rituals, did Crazel tell you about the golem?
He did.
And what do you think of it?
I'm curious to see what a golem made of flour will look like. But I'm mostly curious to see if Crazel will really be able to breathe life into it with the help of saltpeter.
I'm more worried that as soon as it comes to life, it'll slay us all with one blow. So, if by some chance it looks like something's going wrong, you won't see my heels for dust. And I suggest you do the same. But that's enough of that. We're not going to stand here talking about flower golems when we've barely just met. I'd like to chat with you too, Henry. Get to know you a bit.
Don't know if I
But
want
if you're
to.
in a hurry to find Crazel's saltpeter, I won't keep you.
All right, we can talk.
No. I have plenty of time. But where to start?
You know what? I'll start. When they caught Zeneg in Troskovitz, I was scared out of my mind that they'd catch me and clap me in the stocks. I had to hide out here for a while, so I haven't had anyone to talk to. Life in the lair isn't all fun and games. Zeneg and all the other mill knuckleheads were never worth much as company. So I'm glad the miller's finally found a normal hand for once. You've got a beautiful dog. What's his name?
Mutt.
What a cute fella. How did you find each other?
He belonged to this girl I knew, Teresa. She saved my life in my hometown, Skalitz, when I went to bury my parents.
Well, I'll be... That's what I call an interesting past. I used to have a dog, but I don't anymore.
Yeah, I heard.
He started getting these lumps all over his body. He stopped eating, just slept all the time. And then, well, what's done is done. And what about you? What kind of family are you from? Also, thieves?
I'm from a family of blacksmiths, but you know, I do. My real family is with Chef Morardi, the thief. But
No. Pa was a blacksmith. I inherited something from him, I hope.
Oh, really? Would you teach me how to make, maybe, barrel hoops?
Those are pretty hard. Wouldn't you rather start with, maybe nails?
Sure. I'm pretty quick to learn and patient. That is, with one exception. When Krazel starts spouting off his alchemy theories, I'd rather run for the hills. What do you think of the old miller, anyway?
I don't know what to say to that. I still don't know him all that well.
I understand. Best not to bite the hand
I
that
don't really
feeds
need to
you for
trash
no
him or
good
anything.
reason. Thanks for talking to me. It really is good to have someone to pour my heart out to. But now, about that saltpeter. Before you came, and before Zeneg fucked up with the manuscript,
and fucked.
we collected saltpeter all over the place, mainly in sties. It has to be scraped from the walls. Horrible work, time-consuming and annoying. I'm not going to lie to you. We also looked in a few chests, just in case. You know. Anyhow, now all the sties in the region are scraped clean and we're sitting pretty on a nice barrel of saltpeter.
Barrel is quite a lot.
For the whole Trotsky region, aye. Unfortunately, Krazel said we need at least 6 times as much.
Jesus.
6 times? Will one saltpeter pit be enough?
I reckon so. There should be as much as Krazel needs for his masterwork. If you're looking for it, you ought to know how saltpeter forms. Do you have any idea?
Certainly.
Certainly. You take a damp wall, like in a sty, you let the water evaporate from it, and you get this salty bloom.
That's right. But like I told you, all the sty walls in the region are scraped clean and we can't wait. Don't forget that saltpeter crystals are formed in places where something is rotting. It can be shit or carcasses.
Oh, good.
Well, a saltpeter pit is actually nothing more than a mass grave. The best natural saltpeter maker.
Krazel said saltpeter is a vessel for life energy. I get it that it's left over from dead bodies, but how do you get it from shit?
God's mysterious ways. You know how it is.
And he also wanted me to taste it. That's nonsense, though, isn't it?
Unfortunately, it isn't. Otherwise, you won't know if it's saltpeter or some other shit.
But I don't want to put my
It feels
tongue
kind
on it.
Cold on the tongue.
Jesus. And you know where to look for such a pit full of carcasses, do you?
Not exactly, but I have an idea. Times are evil and there's plenty of corpses. A person who's digging holes and
You're
throwing
gonna want me
dead
to go to a
bodies in them
cemetery.
and doesn't even know he's got a a saltpeter mine.
The local gravedigger?
Exactly. And the one we have here in the region is also the knacker.
Well, I haven't met him yet. Where can I find him?
The cemetery is beyond Troskovitz, towards the Apollonia rocks.
So I'm in for a walk to the cemetery.
Seems like it. Too bad you couldn't have walked around the county with us before. It was fun, and pretty useful experience. I learned a lot during that time, and I won't keep it to myself. I'd be happy to teach you something, if you want.
I'll keep that in mind.
That old gravedigger will be suspicious, so I'd bring him some kind of offering. He's always dragging those carcasses, so I'm sure he'd appreciate a slab of fresh meat from Troskovitz butcher.
Good idea.
He lives a short way from the cemetery, so at least the meat won't go bad on the way. Lots of luck, the Wolf of Skalitz.
Thanks.
Farewell, sir.
Oh, a little crazy. That quest, so I have to go to the person here. Means we gotta head back to the place, go to the butcher, buy a nice thing of meat. Miller and these people are nuts. These are an interesting group of folks I have jumped my way into. Good news is, potion finally wore off. It's not like bright everywhere I go anymore. Let us go, Pebbles. We have places to go.
Go!
My gut's finally calming down after all the spicy chicken I ate. Wasn't even that much, it was just really spicy, I guess. Or at least my gut wasn't used to eating it, because I don't eat spicy food all that often. My gut was just a ball of flame. It didn't even feel like indigestion. It just felt like I could still feel the heat in my gut. Then it finally calmed down.
Go! Quick!
Come listen to me for something you won't believe. Right. Fist and shit at the same time. Witchcraft. What is my inventory at? 218 there. What's my horse carrying?
Greetings. Where are you going? Oh, don't worry. I'm no footpad.
And I'm no hawker. But pray tell, what ails you, friend?
Ah, plenty. But nothing you can help me with, I'm sure.
Can you be quite sure of that? I tend to be quite skilled at relieving people of pain.
Don't relieve me of anything.
And other afflictions, Henry.
Wait, how do you know my name?
It's this confounded nature of mine. I loiter around, I listen, and I remember.
Hold on. What's your name and how do you know me? In whose service are you?
Naturally, there is a master I serve, though not in the manner you might think. And as for my name, I am Balthazar.
You're following me. Are you out to kill me? Who hired you? Speak.
Henry.
I'm just
That's
freaking out.
deplorably paranoid of you. Why on earth would I be stalking you? After all, nobody has paid me to do such a thing, and I do not work for free. Whether I am to thrust a dagger in someone's back or slip poison into their wine.
My God. Who are you?
You hold no interest for me. At least, not yet. Well, unless you have toothache, perhaps. And so I ask, does anything ail you?
Well,
Are you sure you want to know?
I mean your wares. What wares can you offer me?
Yeah, I just want to know the wares. Fucking nuts.
Oh well, what can you do? Farewell then.
That guy's gonna come back to try to kill me one day.
Quick.
I just like, who are you? You're following me around. You're someone crazy. But besides some of the places I haven't discovered, I'm at a good 100 rep with everyone. For the most part, people like me.
Quick! Go!
Nah, that's fine. That guy was limping around like he was drunk or sore. Maybe both.
Quick!
Oh boy. He sometimes randomly turns. Not sure if you have any money. Get your money back since the last time I bought from you. But because I need to unload. The horse is getting still full, man. Meant to sell some of the stuff when I was at the Miller, but I didn't. He probably would have taken it. That's everything, and he's out of money, so...
Let's talk about the...
Na?
Oh, na. Du wirst sicher zufrieden sein.
There we go. That's a little bit of money in my pocket.
Greetings.
I just have to remember, I don't go to the butcher that often here, so I'm like, where is it? They open at a weird time. They don't open until like 11 or 12. Some people open right away. I don't know what kind of meat this guy's going to want. I don't know if he wants it cooked. So I'm going to grab like random pork. button. Worst case scenario, I'll just like hook it.
Word about the... Well, aye. Pleasure doing business. Take care.
Gotta run over to the sea area.
What is it you need?
Nothing. Just looking around. You act like you've never seen a big heavy metal guy just run into a place before. Got a problem with that, dude? I'm just out for a jog today. Out for my jog and jump. I've been here plenty.
The Lord be with you. I'm Henry. And you must be the local gravedigger, right?
Ignatius, master of the sod, at your service. Looking for a final resting place, are you? Or do you need to bury a dead goat?
Now, I'm more interested in the grave-digging profession as a whole.
Ah, once you try it, you'll never want to do nothing else till the day you die.
I don't know about that.
You got a big cemetery here. Pretty nice, too.
Ain't it? But being the gravedigger, I'll never have a place of my own here. They'll throw me by the wall like a dog and bury me without ceremony. But when I'm dead, I won't care. If it was up to me, I'd even bury the suicides in hallowed ground. We're all equal before death and the Lord. This game of better and worse places of final rest don't count for nothing.
Being a gravedigger must be a lonely job, eh? What are your duties?
Funny a young lad like you is so interested in grave digging. Not something you see every day.
Well, I'm only asking. No real reason.
That figures. Youngsters these days wouldn't know hard work if it bit 'em on the arse. It's no wonder I can't find any help.
Are you offering me a job?
No. I'm giving you a warning. You ain't cut out for this trade.
And how do you know that?
You've got that look. I can spot it a mile away.
Could you be more specific?
You just aren't cut out for it, and that's that. A gravedigger needs passion. A sense of duty ain't enough. It's a service, a labor of love, and the meaning of life all in one, lad.
How's life?
How's life treating you, Ignatius?
A lot better than it's treating my customers, I must say. Come to think of it, the only thing that pisses me off is that once I kick the bucket, there won't be a single experienced gravedigger to put me to rest. Aye, the shoemaker's children go barefoot, as they say. All the young folks these days care about is making coin. Nobody's interested in the honest trade of grave digging anymore.
All right. I need to find this pit.
Ignatius, I'm gonna need your help.
Of course. How many are there? Where do you want to bury them? Shall we grind the teeth up, or do you want to take them away in your purse?
None of that.
No, different.
I have a different, slightly unusual request. Bonnie from Lower Semine sent me. We're looking for a saltpeter pit.
From Lower Semine? What pit?
A saltpeter pit.
I ain't never heard of nothing like that.
Well,
What's
it's
it supposed
Peter,
to
and he's
be?
covered in salt.
A pit to hell?
Nah, it's actually just a pit full of carcasses. These white crystals form on the walls of it. And that's exactly what we're after.
Ah, now I get it. You should have said you're looking for the pit I throw carcasses into. What's all this about Salty Pete?
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm going to go there anyway, so I'll take you there.
Really? That was easier than I thought.
Not even a chicken scratches in the dirt without hope of reward, though. You'll help me with something first. I have some collections from some Stratego farmsteads, and I'd be a fool if I didn't use a helping hand. At least one day I can take it a bit easy.
You want me to help you with your grave digging business?
Why not? You look like
I
a
already
strong
carry
fella.
sacks of flour. What else do
You'll
you
be a
want me
good
to do?
helper.
Pay him with me. I did buy him meat, but you know what? I'll help you.
Oh, dragging carcasses around isn't exactly a respectable job. But so be it. I'll help you with it. What else can I do?
I like to help out.
Grave digging is a job like any other. Sooner or later, everyone needs our services. And if it wasn't for us knackers, folk would have to deal with their animal carcasses themselves.
You call me?
Of course. I understand. I'm just a little worried about what people will say about me when they see me with you.
Yeah, I don't want to be
wouldn't like lose
judged.
the honor I've earned as squire to a nobleman.
Don't worry about what people say. They'll only strip you of your honor if you let them. So what then? Shall we take a nice little ride with my boys Snorter and Dragonfly here? Nice and early, at daybreak.
Let's get this over with then.
Look at me. Do I
Didn't
look
you
ready?
understand me? We ain't going nowhere now. Like I said, be here at daybreak. That's between night and day. Do you understand?
No, I don't.
Is there some place I can wait for morning to come?
Of course, if you've got nothing better to do, you can sit here with me. If you know how to read, I have a book hidden in the outhouse I got of a dead fella. That'll
Ooh.
make the time go faster. In fact, you can keep it. All I can do is admire all them fancy squiggles in it anyway.
And where can I sleep?
At the inn in Truskowitz. Get a good breakfast there, too. You'll need it to be at full strength. Here's a little something so you know I take care of my helpers. See you in the morning.
There's a little outhouse somewhere over here, you said, that you keep a book. Not where you're sitting. Ah, here's your outhouse. Thank you. Sad I can't sit on these like I used to. Kind of my favorite thing to do. Now I can just look like this with no charisma, but I look like a fucking piece of shit. Yeah, he gave me groschen to go walk to the inn, get a room or sleep and food. Oh, I don't want to rob anything. This is more for my own thievery's sake. All right, let's see here. I think I have like another book to read. Oh, that was a good book.
You have a kind master, eh?
Like daybreak. I don't know like how early you want me. Like 4 in the morning, good? came into his house just to cook food in the middle of the morning. Now I put poison into him and kill him.
Greetings.
I don't know if I'm completely ready for this, but let's get going.
Didn't you understand? Like I said, be here at daybreak.
I don't. What time is daybreak? 6? 5?
The dew is still on the leaves. The roads are clear. You don't need your horse. I'll stable him here. It'll be heaven for him, in any case. Heaven's always close here. Hop on the wagon and Snorter and Dragonfly here will take care of us.
I hope I don't have to talk too much with them because I'm just gonna be God crap. I have I'll stress like this shittiness. Bit of food. Get my fox potion on. I'll drink that just to help my energy.
Did I bring that stuff for Visor? Meat? Bane? Aesop? Got it all.
I fit the bill. Like, I'm hiding out as it's there. I'm like, I don't want anyone to know that I'm like work with a nobleman. So I hate it because I want to dress for the occasion, but I'm like, I'm probably going to need to have some kind of speech. Not very talkative in this.
Come on, then. We've got a long journey ahead of us, so get yourself comfortable so your arse won't hurt. So, you say you're from Lower Samine, eh?
Well, you could say that. I help the miller with whatever I can. I got a place to sleep there. Soon I'll be able to call the miller uncle.
I remember Crazel when he was still a wee lad. Even then he was a great big smart-ass. When I buried his parents, he was traipsing somewhere through the world. Maybe you heard what they say about Lower Samine round these parts. Crazel don't sell short measure, not that. He looks out for his reputation, but his helpers have been seen often in the villages after dark, looking fishy. Or during the day, in the pillories. Don't that Bonnie of yours belong to that gang too?
Bonnie's an honest girl, and her friend Zinnek is too. Crazel only sent them to scrape saltpeter off the walls of the sties, so that's just what they've been doing. From what she told me, they had nothing else in mind.
Lower Samine's a thorn in the side for a lot of folk. Some on account of the competition. Some is just rubbed up the wrong way by that Crazel. Either way, all they need's the slightest...
Oh, God. Get me out of Henry. Camera. Move. Can I move this camera? Can't move the camera at all. I'm not allowed to move it. Want to look at us. Oh, we're two beautiful men.
Grab their pitchforks. Go and grab the miller and shove his face right in his own millstone.
Ah, it's just a nice early morning ride.
Whoa, boys, whoa! Come on. Come on! Are you deaf? Oh, they're acting stubborn again. Now listen, Henry. Here on the left side, you'll see the ruins of a cottage that's been abandoned for a few years.
It looks mysterious. What treasures might be hidden there?
You'll soon see. I have a trap set inside the cottage. I wanted to lure a wolf into it, but that didn't work out. there's a deer rotting there unnecessarily. So hop in there and bring it to the wagon. Lazy bones. Finally, at least we're not blocking the road too much.
I didn't even see the cottage. I just said I did because I thought maybe this guy's just crazy, but I guess it is hidden in here. Yeah, I don't know. It looked odd. Thank you, Mutt. It looked weird, like it was kind of like glitching back and forth a little, like it wasn't quite on the road. I don't know if I can open this.
Damnation.
Oh, I got it a little bit. I gotta learn. I luckily have like 40 of these things.
Damn.
Give it a couple tries just because I'm practicing, but not expecting to open it.
Oh, bloody hell.
Luckily, getting lockpicks is not very difficult.
Damnation.
Ow, my fingy. I don't know if you get experience anytime it breaks, because at least you're attempting.
Damn.
Not gonna get that way. Much as I would love to open it that way. Because they'll want it for the experience.
Jesus, what a stench. Better quickly throw it in a sack and take it back to the wagon.
There you go. Got my shitty clothes to match with this shitty job I'm doing. Put it in a sack, and look at that. The carrying sack job continues. Look at me, Hans. Look what I'm doing in life.
Great.
Couple things to help out if you were in danger. Oh, keep on lugging. Right. I can't tell if this is going to be a violent affair or a fighting affair, so just in case, I'll get ready for talking, but if it turns into shit...
now and get over here.
What's going on, Ignatius?
Ah, I'm trying to explain to these fellas we've got
I always
nothing
keep
to do
changing
with
clothes.
No thieving around here. They should go to Lower Samine to complain.
2 stinking pieces of shit was sneaking around our sties and cellars and lining their purses with silver too while they was at it. Some scruffy and dunger. You must be scruffy, eh?
I'm Henry, and those, names mean nothing to me.
Like I said, if it's rotten carrion they're after, they should have come to me. A passion for knacking is the only thing we have in common.
Is that so? So prove it then.
Take a good look at me. Do I look like a thief? Or more like a commonplace, maybe just slightly grubby, hired hand? At this rate, you could blame any old peasant who's grimy after a hard day's work.
I don't know. I don't reckon I've ever seen a real thief up close.
Ask around about me and you'll find out everyone knows I can't stand a liar. I'll keep my promises and show up on time. So enough talk and let's carry on to where duty calls us.
All right, listen. We'll be going then. But if you happen to run into them 2 thieves, you tell us right away. Got it?
Of course.
You can count on it.
Glad to hear it. Let's go, fellas.
I like that his name was Avenger. Are they all Avengers? Oh my god, the Avengers assembled.
Not much left for us to do here, eh?
Hopefully our luck will hold out, and we'll only be breaking the limbs of carcasses today. The next farm's just up ahead. Hop on, and let's go. Don't worry.
Back up we go. Keep putting on this attire because I want this to be filthy, but at this point, I think all of my clothes are going to go need a wash. I think Henry in general will need a wash.
That was just a kind of little favor for me. Now we'll help the locals here in Jdar with their carcasses.
So far, I've just carried sacks. I already did that for the miller.
Yesterday, the good wife from that farm came and told me both their pigs died. So we'll scoop them up and haul them off. I mean, you'll scoop them up and haul them to my cart. She says it was a curse. There was a flash of lightning, the pigs started trembling, squealing and puking, and then keeled over and dropped dead.
And then Satan himself appeared in the sky. Happens all the time.
It ain't my first day doing this job, so I could see right off them pigs had been poisoned. The good wife swore them pigs were happy as, well, pigs in shit. She said they even let them go to a nearby stream to have a wallow. It flows here through the forest on the right. Since we're here, you ought to go and take a look around there. Check how clear that spring really is.
All right. I'll see what's going on there.
Aren't I just helping you with the job? What the
Having a
fuck?
helper. At least for one day. Maybe I'll roll around in the grass here with Snorter and Dragonfly.
The hell, man? Like, I gotta find the source? Aren't I just helping you carrying carcasses? When do you become a fucking, like, Sherlock Holmes of trying to discover the poison? Alright. Hey there, do you want to fuck?
Oh, you pooch.
I guess I'll go find the source of the infection. If that's the case, I better put on fighting attire, because I might run into wolves. I saw wolves run by.
Those pigs came here to drink. Where to now? I can smell something upstream.
Looking to see if there's a prompt anywhere for Henry to say something. But yeah, I could just run up here and just see if there's anything over here. Ah, the game's like quest marker kept me over there. I was like, probably. Don't want me to bag these up too? Well, we found the source. I kind of figured. I don't think it was poison. I think it was just something died in it. No, this is disgusting. Mind if I take you, little piggy?
Yeah. Is this really worth it?
I could have just given the man meat. I didn't have to do this, but you know what? I like putting in a hard day's work.
Oh well.
And I like pulled the cart in a little closer.
It really wasn't a curse. There are rotting carcasses in the water upstream from the watering spot. No wonder the pigs caught some disease.
Well, what do you know? I was right. I'll give you a hand. It'd take you all night on your own.
I think it would have taken me that long, but at least I don't have to walk it up. She's lively.
Al.
Man. Oh, God. Definitely going to the bathhouse. We're definitely going to need a wash.
Jesus. This is disgusting.
Pretty hefty, eh? They lived like royalty here.
Oh, the pigs. I thought you meant when I bumped into your chest. Do they live like royalty? Never mind.
Poor things. A waste of good meat.
Well, maybe next time don't have them drinking a stream that has a bunch of dead carcasses in it.
Pigs are heavier than deer, eh?
Yeah, they are. Ugh.
Get over here so we can carry on.
Look what I have for you.
Go. I got your bacon. Mutt. No, the bacon's right here. Mutt. The bacon's right here. Mutt. I know you have the zoomies, but the bacon.
Get over here so we can carry on.
Here, Mutt.
Mutt. The bacon.
I took care of the carcasses. We can drive on.
Nice work. There's even a bit of meat left for me.
Yeah. You'd eat that. They've been lying there God knows how long.
But nicely in the cold. There's nothing wrong with it. Anyway, you won't be eating it, so don't worry about it. Let's keep going.
Yeah, sure. They weren't just in a diseased pit or something. All right.
How you don't obey me, you're surely horsing around today.
So filthy. Any alcohol on me? I drink some mead. Makes me feel better.
So far, it ain't that bad, eh? You don't have to take down no hanged man or bury an unbaptized child.
Well, ever since I started working for the miller, all I did was carry sacks. The sack makers here in the region must live like kings. Of course, it could be a lot worse.
I like having to carry sacks full of thistles. Now listen to me closely. You won't be carrying anything at the next farmstead. Instead, you'll have to make one carcass there. See, the work of a knacker ain't just about clearing away dead animals. Now and then, you've got to put down some creature, so it don't suffer. Or, like today, to put it down so everyone around it don't have to suffer. In this case, we're talking about a dog.
Well, what can I do? But I doubt I'll feel good about it.
That cur belongs to the greengrocer, Vizar. I've heard they're both pretty fierce. Don't draw too much attention to yourself.
I don't want to kill a dog.
I'll give you some Aesop potion to drink first, and some meat and bane. Soak the meat with the poison and throw it to the dog. It'll probably be locked in a pen somewhere. As soon as it's done, we'll disappear before anyone notices anything. I got paid well for it from the neighbors, so don't fuck it up for me.
What the fuck, dude? I gotta make sure I put that hare meat down that's poisoned. A little fucked up, dude.
Lazy bones.
One horse okay. It really waves its ass around when it walks.
Yeah! Yeah!
Blessings to you.
And where are your dogs?
Oh, Sakra. The dog isn't here. The door's open. Where did he run off to?
God, I don't know. Can run anywhere. What? Do you know where the dog went? Sniff out dog. Well, I'm not John. I don't just look at thick bodies and be like, oh yeah, I want to fuck it from an animal.
He is royalty after all.
Barking. He's coming from over there.
Henry, how come you're here?
Bonnie? What are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
First, tell me what you're doing here. And how come you're with that beast?
He's no beast. I came here to save him.
You mean steal him?
For him, it'll be a redemption from that horse and master of his. I'll take care of him, in place of my poor dead sniffer.
Bonnie... The gravedigger sent me to kill the dog. He's been paid to do it by the people whose livestock that beast killed. It's the last thing I need to do before he shows me the pit.
It's not the animal's fault. When Zenek and I were here last, I saw how old Vysarik treats him. He doesn't give him food, he abuses him. With a master like that, he won't last long. You wouldn't kill a dumb creature just because its master is a sick horseman, would you?
Well, you don't have to convince me. Ever since the gravedigger told me to do it, I've been trying to figure out how to save that dog. If you want to take him, I won't stop you.
You're a much better Christian than I thought you were. I'll take him to the lair. We'll meet there.
Hurry off now, before someone sees us together.
Come on now, boy. You'll like
Anyone
it
got
in
like
the
a
lair.
fake dog body I can use? Just mutt. Play dead, but don't actually be dead.
It's taken care of.
Taken care of? What do you mean?
Well, if I say I killed him, how's that going to work? I don't have the body.
The dog is dead. So, can we go to the pit now?
Dead, eh? And what are you so nervous about?
Well, it wasn't pleasant to watch. I did it exactly how you told me. I poisoned him.
Oh, aye. And how did it go exactly?
I dipped the meat in poison. He ate it, and peacefully departed to doggy heaven.
So, it all went how it should. I use a real strong mixture so the creatures don't suffer too much. He's done for, the beast. Finally. Let's go before we start looking suspicious.
God, he believes it. And off we go. Wee. Wee. We're back.
So this is it.
This pit
This is
I've
the
been
pit.
hearing so
Slowly,
much about.
boy, slowly. Have a bit of respect. Death always deserves respect, whether it's people or animals.
But there's hardly 3 heaps here. Is this really it? Are you yanking my pizzle again?
Of course not. True, it used to be one big pit. But then I found out when you pile up carcasses in smaller pits and throw some wet hay between them, it all rots better. And the better it rots, the more niter you'll have. Are you going to take some right away?
I won't. The miller will probably send some people here.
Well, they'd better not dig it all up. That'd disturb the natural balance, see? And soon they'll find out there's no place to find saltpeter.
Well, I reckon I'm delaying the inevitable. I'll still have to taste it.
You're going to taste it?
It's the only way I can be certain it really is saltpeter.
God's nails. And they say I'm disgusting.
I'm not happy about it.
Wait a moment. I've got a reward for you. Just so's you don't think old Ignatius and his even older nags is ungrateful riffraff. Take it as a thanks for your help. Maybe you'll take over my trade one day when I'm pushing up daisies myself.
Who knows? Maybe that'll really be my fate. I'll live at the cemetery, build piles of carcasses, and eat bread with saltpeter.
Here's something that'll definitely come in handy if you ever need to go through all this again. Either with me or somewhere else.
Thanks.
Now, there's not other grave digging guys that want my help. I would gladly help out. Go on a little adventure with them.
This I have got to see.
Oh.
You didn't have to make such a feast of it.
Look at me. I'm a Lord's messenger to a taster of cadavers. Cold and salty. This must be it.
Look what I have for you.
Here's some bacon for you, dog. Alright, well, we found it, and I feel disgusted. Get me back home. Excuse me, pardon me. It's the stinky guy coming through. There's a lot of traveling around with that guy. All of that traveling and his fucking like graveyards here. He could have just went that way, but he had all those pickups. We had to go a fucking long way around.
Quick! Go!
Yes, quick. Oh my god, why are you turning left? I'm hitting right. Just suddenly he's like, I want to go left.
Hey! Quick! Whoa! Quick! Quick!
Hey! Look at this criminal!
Ah, your criminal's fine. Go Pebbles, ride like the wind.
Go! Yeah!
Where I want to go.
Quick!
You're not on a suitable path. You're on a suitable path.
Quick!
Going. Just keep going. This way.
Quick!
Pebbles, push it to the limit.
Ka! Go!
Rest here.
Good doggy. Good boy.
Clothes even filthy. They're not too bad. It's mostly me who's filthy.
How can I help?
I need a bar.
Aye.
I'd like to get to know one of your...
Don't worry.
I can't wait.
Excellent.
Let's talk...
Certain. You certainly won't regret it. My bars are first class.
I'm a terrible person. But it's the stat booster, so I'm sorry.
The world sure seems brighter after that, eh? See you again next time.
That's the post-nut clarity. The only reason things seem brighter. We're all washed up. Use the fast travel to at least give me the Sermine or whatever. I can also talk to the guy so he can tell me where those camps are.
Ka! Whoa! Greetings to you.
Greetings.
Are you looking for something?
What? You're not allowed here.
It's fine, I just want to talk to you.
Here, Henry. I've got something for you.
From Semi?
Not this time. It's from the charcoal burners. They said you spared them, and they wanted to pay you back. It's not much, but it's all they could scrounge up.
At least
Didn't expect that at all. I thought I'd never see them again.
I never
See?
even talked to them.
Folk can surprise you.
These pipes are clean.
Do you know who's next?
Well, if you've got the time, I know where you can find Johnny the Gob.
I've got time to go after him.
I see.
Look,
It seems you're not too keen on getting him. You knew him better than the others, didn't you?
Knew him. Johnny was my right-hand man. Can't even count how many times we saved each other's asses. And now his is in a sling.
What should I bring back this time?
His shield, I reckon. There's no other like it.
Where can I find the gob?
You know what's funny? If I hadn't sent him out on an errand just before you got to Apollonia, you'd have got us both.
Where did you send him?
Just a little ways off, to the bank of Rock Tower Pond. There's an abandoned hut there, from what I've heard. He and his people are still there.
Why did you send him to a hut by the pond?
Another band ambushed a noble's retinue there. We wanted to see if anything got left behind.
I know exactly where it is. I was in that group they attacked.
You were, eh? Then you were bloody lucky to come out of
Yeah,
it
I
alive.
survived.
The ones that attacked you ain't any ordinary footpads. They weren't there for the silver.
What did they want then?
Lord knows, lad. Some higher goal, I reckon. Those types are the worst.
I've heard enough.
Henry, wait. I have a favor to ask of you. You know, Johnny was a stand-up bloke, and it would be a shame to kill him. What's more, he's a fair bit older than me, and he has a bum leg. It would be dishonorable to kill someone like that, you know.
Wait. So you want me to let him go?
Not so loud.
Yeah, everyone's watching.
No, Sameen wants them all dead. But I beg you, don't kill him.
But if I let him live, I risk not only my arse, but yours and his as well.
Aye. But he doesn't deserve the same death as those whoresons Charlie and Kanker. Unlike those other bastards, Johnny never betrayed me. Surely I don't have to explain to you how rare that is among bandits.
Well, I'm still not too sure about it, but I'll try. Though I'll save my skin before I save his. So if he doesn't surrender, I won't have a choice.
Of course. But I'm glad you'll consider it.
Anyway, everyone's trying to yell at me because this is a private room, and they're like, "Can you please leave? You're in a private area." Good, Pebbles. You have me running to stop this camp. All right. All right, off I go, I guess. I'm gonna use the thing because I'm so terrible at navigating the road over here that I'm like, just fast travel me over there a little bit so it's easier. I don't want to fast travel all the time. Some of those roads are thin and overgrown with grass, and I fucking run right by it. I'm gonna use a schnapps because I want to see if I can try to get him out of there without a problem, but it might turn into a full-fledged fight. We never know how this could go. Nana's gonna go get food.
Oh, you boo.
That Hitman? A bald man just walked by me. That was Hitman.
Whoa. Kiss your ass goodbye. No.
I surrender.
No surrender.
Enough.
I surrender. I think I can't see it. There we go. Bitch.
There's no escape.
I did tell him there was no escape.
Attack! Come and help us! Show your strength!
Fuel sent me.
What? Why should I believe you?
Please. Just surrender, and I'll spare you.
Mercy! I surrender!
Don't try that on me.
I feel quite hungry!
Oh, well, he's dead. I tried to tell him.
I've been waiting for you.
I like picked his nose with that. All right, let's just try again. I want to see. I don't know if you can save him. I don't know. The guy didn't seem to want to surrender. Maybe I can knock him out. I'm so much better with a sword than it is any of the other weapons because of the master strikes with the sword. I just fuck everyone's day up.
Whoa. I'm gonna bash your face in. Alert! To all!
Fuel sent me.
What? Why should I believe you?
Please. Just surrender, and I'll spare you.
Ah!
You can't take me!
We'll see about that.
Calm down!
Fight!
I surrender!
You'll get no mercy from me.
Mercy! I surrender!
Ganging up on one man?
I will. Not gonna work out. All right, but I know where he sits. Might be able to just knock him out and take his shield. I was hoping I could. I don't. It's either that or maybe I can get him to surrender if I kill all of his men. He's not dead. I just knocked him out. Now, I don't know what the game's going to say about that.
Quick!
Gonna wake up with one mean hangover. So right back there. It's still saying I'm in a fight, but I'm long gone.
Whoa.
Go!
Now I'm not. Get me to where I need to go, because I hate this path at the Nomads camp. I'm so bad at it. I'll run right off or get stuck.
Quick!
Whoa, whoa.
Greetings.
I took out the Gob's band.
Well, well. Nice work, lad. And what about the, request I made? Did you think about it at least?
I did what you asked.
Bloody hell, lad. You surprised me.
Surprised?
Aye. That you actually listened to me. It's hard to surprise an old goat like me. But you managed it. And you took his shield?
I've got it.
Aye. That's it.
Who's the last one we need to catch?
I saved the worst one for last.
I didn't even want to keep the
Casper.
shield.
Only you'll have to wait a few days before I find him.
The ghost?
See you soon, my friend.
I don't even know if he gave me anything for it. I'm like, I didn't want to keep the fucking thing. I'm like, I don't really use shields. All of my stuff is better without a shield. Alright, Pebbles. As everything flickers around me, the world is hell. I have a miller to get to.
Huh?
Hello.
There now. If you have anything to offer in return, I have some nice wares to sell here.
I'm interested. Greetings, goodman.
Laudetur, Jesus Christus. Dominus tecum, frater meus.
Amen. I'm sorry, brother, but you don't exactly look
Like
like
the
a monk.
miller in a different outfit.
Evo sum quisum. And you are assuredly not my brother yet. If the day of reckoning draws near, we are all brothers, and soon our sins will be
All right,
let
all
us not.
I'm just here
Show me
about
your
your wares.
You won't find this.
Blabbing on about shit. I'm like, I just want to see your wares. I like this one a little bit more because it shows the middle but keeps the metal. Unlike the other ones that cover like all of your metal up. Pretty pricey book. You have know why I want any of these. These are fucking weird. Dead child's tooth powder. What the fuck? This one would really help with that whole conspicuous thing. Unfortunately, it makes a lot of noise. Like, you won't be noticed or looked at as much, but you will have much louder.
I'd like to do work. Fun! Thank you kindly.
Finally, a reasonable sum. You wore the hood up.
And come again, friend.
Don't tell me to come. All right? I don't know you.
Quick! Go!
Ow!
Sorry, it wasn't turning. Thank God I don't get in trouble for hitting someone with a horse. Would have racked up a huge bounty by now.
Quick! Whoa! Quick!
Always welcome here, good sir.
Give me some advice.
How about some more advice on sneaking around in Troskowitz?
You've come to the right man. You're as clumsy as a blind dog and about as inconspicuous as a cow at a banquet table. You've got a lot to learn.
Oh, okay.
I focus mainly on my diplomacy skills.
Talking your way out of a bad situation can definitely come in handy. But who knows if you'll be able to reach the end of your journey without drawing your sword or sneaking around. What do you want to know? I'll try to explain it as simply as I can.
That's all.
That's all. You're an educated man.
You seem like a reasonably educated man, Crazel.
Where are you going with this?
Well, I reckon you know some interesting and useful things. If you share them with me, it'll make it easier to endure all that bullshit you spew.
I'm glad you know what you're getting yourself into. Are you interested in the theory of light, kinetics, or vacuums?
That's a bit too fast for me. What I need is the basics.
I have no time for the basics.
All right. How about I just teach me?
I'd like to learn.
Well, all right. Or a few groschen.
I'm good for right now. I found your
I found
pit.
the place where we can harvest saltpeter. You just head out of Troskowitz towards Apollonia, carry on alongside the road, then head off it at the right spot. Only it's not a pit, it's 3 piles of earth. The gravedigger Ignatius drove me there himself.
And is it the real stuff? Did you taste it?
Yeah. And I
Yeah.
hope I never have to do that again. Ugh. I think the experience has changed me forever.
Oh, come on. You whine more than Zinnik. It's just commonplace salt. I was hoping it'd be closer. To go all the way to Apollonia. If I send 2 wagons, that should be enough.
What should I do?
That means I could mix a barrel and a half.
Crazel, focus. What else do you need from me?
Oh, sorry. What were you asking? About a reward? It's right here.
Oh, thanks.
Thanks. How's it going
Ooh,
with the
another
golem?
book.
Well, the whole thing is
I
really
love
appealing
books.
to a scholar of my field of interest and important for humanity. But certain circumstances have emerged which, unfortunately, move its creation somewhere further into the future.
Wait, what do you mean? So there won't be any golem?
Not for now.
What about all the niter? The life essence?
I admitted to myself it's maybe too much to take on, and I decided to go back to my roots.
So the search for saltpeter was for nothing?
Not at all. The saltpeter will help us create primordial matter. The origin. Chaos. Materia prima.
God.
So what am I doing with
As
my life?
alchemical scholars, we actually have only one task before us. To penetrate the diaphanum and find out where it gets its disposition and power from. Only then will we understand the nature of the shadows.
Jesus Christ.
I'll explain it to you.
Tell me then.
Go
What's
ahead.
the next task then, Crazel?
From behind the closed gates of Trotsky come quiet whispers, carried by the wind, all the way here to me in the mill. Do you hear it too?
No. Reckon my ears aren't that good.
Scribe Erezine received a trunk from Prague, and in that trunk was...
The document of Hermes Trismegistos?
No, a book. From an author more venerable than Hermes. It's thin.
My manwich.
Sand-colored cover, embossed. Ordinary at first glance. But the treasure's inside. You might say it's kind of an alchemical cookbook.
So I'm gonna have to pick some locks again, eh? And in the castle, no less. I'd like to know how I'm supposed to get in there. Trotsky is shut tight.
For some. The gates of Trotsky may appear to be closed to us, mere mortals. But why try to force your way in when there's a person they'll invite in themselves?
What person?
Hold on, we'll get to that. We've got the Samine wedding coming up. I can't wait to try out my new potion against drunkenness there. What about you? You still need to get there?
I do, but I don't even know anymore.
Things are taking so long with you, I'd half given up hope. Besides, after the taste of carcasses I had to endure, I kind of lost my appetite for the wedding feast.
Well, you better get it back again, because I honor my promises. Start getting ready. I see you've already got a fine outfit. Ad charisma tuendum. St. Paul would be pleased.
So you'll really get me into that wedding? Am I dreaming?
No, you're not. But before you start celebrating, we won't be going by ourselves. We'll have company. Or, to be more exact, the two of us will be accompanying a certain person. Me as a friend and host, and you as a bodyguard, loyal servant.
Sounds about right. Sounds like what I already do.
And who is this mysterious person?
A true lady will come to the wedding with us. Radiant as the morning star, refined as pure gold. All will be stunned by her beauty. And she'll be our lockpick that will find the weak spot in the gate to Trotsky. All it'll take is a little push. And clunk. The lock will open.
This how you find the G spot?
Will be mine.
The what?
What weak spot?
The castle's weak spot is Chamberlain Ulrich, because he himself has a weakness for women. Of all the single damsels at the wedding, ours will be the most charming and irresistible for him. Noble or not, he's a mortal man, and he'll start to think with his male member.
Ugh.
We will watch as he becomes feverish with lust. Soon he'll be begging to take our companion to Trotsky. He'll pretend his motives are pure, so she'll be more comfortable. And when the Chamberlain becomes insistent, you, as her personal bodyguard, will accept his offer. Naturally, you'll say you won't leave her side so you can defend her honor. Once in Trotsky, Ulrich will do everything to get you to leave him alone with her. And that will be your chance.
I can hardly believe that you, of all people, would come up with such a straightforward plan.
Well, it's not all that straightforward. I admit there's a certain element here that makes everything more complicated. First, we have to find our gracious lady.
Ah. And I'm gonna look for one, right?
Who else?
Oh, thanks.
She doesn't have to be a lady, per se. We just need a wench with a pretty face. We'll get her a nice dress, some perfume. She doesn't even have to speak. We'll do the talking.
Could Bonnie do it?
She could. The only hitch is everyone and his dog knows her face. Nobody with any sense would let her into the Samine wedding.
So some bathhouse wench would do?
Aye, that should work. You can find lots of capable girls at the Gelioff baths, including some who aren't so well known. It's true, Dorothy can be a bit unpleasant, but you'll be giving
I'm
her
not
an
great
offer
with
she can't
women.
refuse.
Well, the last time I dealt with her getting your disguise washed, she was quite delightful.
You'll tell her I'm offering enough groschen to buy 2 cows or a small cottage. That should soften her up.
All right, I'll take care of it.
Excellent. You're a talented, likable youngster, like Knight Roland of yore. I have complete faith in you. And don't forget, we're going to need to dress the girl up and make her smell nice so she comes across like a real lady.
She doesn't dress
So,
nice. It doesn't
stop off at
smell like a
Troskowitz
woman.
as
She's
well
not a
and
woman.
Get her a nice brocade dress and some long-lasting perfume. Mentha would be ideal.
Where can I find the dress?
Where do you think? The butcher's? Go and see the tailor. Bartoszek has just the thing in his shop. A beautiful red dress made of Tyrolean brocade.
Why that dress exactly?
Because red is the color of love and passion. The rich Tyrolean brocade is just begging to be touched.
You
Or
have
it
a
won't
type.
know where to look. The dress is likely to be pretty expensive, but that's no obstacle for you, right?
Where can I find the perfume?
Emmerich the apothecary might have something. They say he makes some perfume for his wife. Or ask Betty the innkeeper. She may be a god-awful battle axe, but a nice smelling one. Or get hold of the recipe and make your own mintha. As an alchemy apprentice, you should be able to manage.
I'll be going then.
Once you've got everything ready
There's
for
a
the
lot
wedding,
just to get into
we'll
the
meet
wedding.
There. I'll let our
What the hell would happen if I went
get
with the
on some other
blacksmith?
details of our plan. But that won't be for your ears. Anyway, you'll be rehearsing your speech to Lord von Berghoff then, won't you?
I can't wait. Excuse me.
Move. God, the scream. I still have the thing for the other guy to bring him the sword. That information on perfume. I'm going to fast travel back to my home. At least there I can talk to the guy, give him the sword, and then see what he'll want me to do to get into the wedding. The female thing does sound very interesting. That's why I'm like, and it seems very detailed. So I'm like, does that mean the blacksmith can't really get me in? Hey, buddy.
So I'm back, Master Blacksmith.
Excellent. How did it go with the hermit?
He's dead.
What?
What?
Did you?
No, not me. It just got a bit complicated. Anyway, it turns out old Ambrose really used to be a knight. And this really is Toledo steel. You were right, Blacksmith.
God's nails. That's quite something.
First class welded steel. Ambrose must have broken the sword himself, deliberately. It wouldn't have just happened in battle.
That's exactly what we need. See now, youngster. My clever plan worked out nicely in the end.
Right. Well, thank you very much for your, clever plan.
You haven't disappointed me yet, lad. So I'm sure forging an exceptional sword won't be a problem for you either.
Wait, I thought you wanted to do it yourself. I'm just your assistant, after all.
Not at all. I trust you. One day you'll become a master. That is, unless you lose your head first.
There is a DLC they talked about coming out in the future that is you running a like a forge or you get to have a master forge or something. So, like, I don't know what the hell that's going to entail for a DLC. The Hermit's Sword. You know, I have the metal this guy was like on about. He's like, you got to get this. It's made of this specific metal. It's like, I think I found a few blocks of that metal somewhere. All right, well, here I go again. There's apparently a DLC. It's not going to be... I don't know when it will. There's like 3 planned DLCs. And one of them involves doing forge work.
Well, I'm about halfway done.
Like something involving working at a forge or like starting your own or something. I don't know what it was. But I'm like, I wonder, like... Some people are like, oh man, I can't wait to just play as Henry running my own forge. Just like taking after his...
Burning.
His, you know, original pa, his foster dad. I'm like, there's probably more to it, but who knows?
I've almost got it done.
I never even played the DLCs in the first game. That were hit or miss for some people. I didn't even make it the best quality. I still just made it 3. Fucked it up a little. Is better at stabbing and blunt, but it ain't anything better than what I'm well, luckily I think I'm giving it up anyway, so. Not my problem.
What'll it be?
I've got something for you, blacksmith.
God's nails, you weren't bullshitting.
I'd say it looks pretty much like a sword, eh?
Looks like. This is a damned fine piece of steel. Damned fine.
Thanks. I was glad to help, but now there's something I need from you.
I'll pay you, of course. And if you want to do some smithing, I won't throw you out of my forge either.
No, you know full well what I need. I have to get to Samin's wedding.
Why is it so important for you? It'll just be a lot of people stuffing their faces. You can find that anywhere.
I have my reasons, and you don't need to know them.
God's nails, lad. You're full of mysteries. But whatever, that's your business. I don't mind taking you to the wedding. Nothing to it. We can set off once you're ready.
So he is like, here you go, just go to the wedding. The other one is the guy wants me to get a lady and all this shit, and like, what the fuck? The other one's got you jumping through fucking hoops. It sounds intriguing that I want to go for it, but I'm like, at the same time, I feel like it's more respectable to go with this guy. Craftsmanship. Scholarship. Sure. Yeah. Yeah, now I just have this quest to go all over the place and be like, I need to find a girl, I need to find all of that stuff, and I'm like, I don't even think like You don't even need to do that. I can just work with the blacksmith.
Quick. Quick. Ah.
I feel like the Miller one's gonna want me to be a little bit more, I don't know, diplomatic mixed with stealth. Versus the blacksmith one just letting me in with ease because I made a sword and hit all of that.
Go. Quick.
Whoa, whoa.
Here, there's an herbalist out here who's very strong.
How can I help you today, friend?
So you're that Grand Master?
What did you call me? Who's been telling you stories about me?
It's just that I've heard you're the best fighter far and wide.
Ah, so that's what this is about. I haven't been called that in a long while, lad. And who might you be?
My name's Henry, and I know a bit about fighting myself. I reckon I've beaten every fighter in the region, so I got sent to you.
You mean to beat me too, eh? I don't know. I'm getting too old for this sort of thing.
I came all the way here to see you. I'm giving you the chance to hit me with impunity. Do I really have to try to convince you?
At least embarrassment doesn't hurt. But bruises, cuts, and a broken nose, on the other hand.
I've been through a lot worse. You won't dissuade me with that.
All right then. If it's really what you want, let's dance. But I have two conditions. First of all, we'll only fight once. I don't want you begging for a rematch when you lose. And second, the fight ends when one of us gives up. I don't want to have to try to revive you. Got it?
All right, let's put it off.
Maybe I should try.
I'd rather save first.
First you talk me into fighting you, and now you want to back out of it? Come back when you really mean it.
Want to save first before. I mean, I probably would beat you.
Oh, you pooch.
That was just fix accepted. All right, buddy.
What do you need, my friend?
So, what?
Fine. Let's go over there.
Ah!
The hammer.
You're telling me you beat all the fighters in the area? You
There. All right. So, I mean, I knew it wasn't going to be that tough.
You really gave me a licking, lad.
But
Who
I
would
just
thought
wanted to
you
be
had it
safe
in
because
you?
if I couldn't rematch him.
You pack a hell of a punch yourself. For a herbalist, that is.
Well, now what? I'd hate to send you home empty-handed.
I didn't challenge you for money.
And I'm not offering you any. Let me
He
clean up
showed
your
me an
wounds at least.
uppercut, it
Or
said.
I could show you how to treat them yourself. What do you say?
Actually, why not? I could stay for a little while.
That's more like it. And listen, what if that moment were to last a little longer? I have some lovely aged mead here. We could chat a while. I don't get many visitors here.
Did you say mead?
Homemade, my friend. Come, let's have a toast to our fight.
You were drinking with him for 3 hours.
Have another with me.
Another one? This'll be the 7th, I think. I'm not a fish.
Don't be like that. You can't leave now anyway. You just puke in my flower bed and fall asleep on an anthill somewhere.
Well, that's your fault for living in a hut in the middle of nowhere.
It has its benefits too, you know.
Aye? And what benefits?
I'm my own master here. I don't give a flying toss about what's happening somewhere in the village.
Isn't it a bit of a lonely life?
Don't make me out to be some kind of hermit. I get people coming here for herbs, salves, and once in a blue moon, someone comes and challenges me to a fight.
Does that happen often?
Not the fighting part, but people have been coming here.
But we
for
do
herbs
fight.
more often. If they're polite and ask nicely, I even let them pay me back later. Times are tough.
What made you move to this lonely place?
You think someone forced me?
Well, I don't know. I've never met a herbalist like you.
You know what, Henry? You're a solid bloke, so I'll tell you what happened. When I was about your age, I worked as a hired hand in Troskowitz, where this girl took a liking to me. Sarah was her name, but I wasn't interested in her, and I told her right away, but trouble still found me anyway.
Let me guess. Sarah wanted revenge.
Maybe, but she also might have been completely innocent. All she did was complain to her brother, and he put 2 and 2 together.
What do you mean?
Ah, don't worry about that.
Come on, you can tell me. What happened with Sarah's brother?
He realized it wasn't just about his sister. I never liked any girls. I reckon he'd found it odd for a while, and Sarah just gave him a reason to confront me about it. He gathered some of his friends, and they came to explain how they treat animals like me.
Oh, boy.
Did that drive you into the wilderness?
Not right away. First I tried to settle down in Takov, but my past caught up with me there too. So I went a little further, but it always ended up the same. That's how I ended up here, with my peace and quiet.
But if it's true what they say about you, you beat them all up, right? Or are those just rumors?
No, it's true. I'm not proud of it, but if I hadn't done it, they would have beat the life out of me.
I'm sorry to hear that. But I don't think you did anything wrong to anyone.
I reckon you're the only one around here who thinks that. The locals think the worst of me. They don't even try to hide it. But as soon as they have a cut or an itch, they come running for help.
And you're more than happy to help them. Doesn't their behavior bother you?
It does. But at least they don't threaten to burn my hut down, which makes a pleasant change.
Anyway, after all of that, do you live here all alone?
You said you could teach me something. What was it?
Other than fighting, I'm pretty familiar with all sorts of herbs. People come to me with various maladies.
And you always heal them?
Always. Always when there's still time. Sometimes they'd be better off going straight to the priest.
That sounds like it could come in handy.
But if I'm supposed to teach you something, it won't be for free.
I understand. I'd be happy to pay you.
All right.
What do you want to know? I don't really need anything right now. Wanted to see what you had. Now know the elbow uppercut, which is left, left, and right.
Do you live here all alone? In a
What wilderness? Walk a few paces and you come to a bloody great castle. And I'm not really alone. Animals are company too.
I understand.
Yeah, as long as he doesn't want to wrestle me nude, we're
Don't
good.
think I'm a hermit. People
Yeah, you're good, I know.
neighbors and listen. It's true. You get straight. My advice, no doubt.
Where exactly did you come across them?
In the rocks above my cottage. Be careful if you go there.
Got it. An enemy camp. Like I need to go take care of some assholes. Over here? If that's the one you marked. The only one that would be close by and near your hut. Unless you mean this one. That's just an... Yes, it could be, actually. Be that one. I'll go take a look. So you left your sickle in the thing here. Want to do some mud wrestling? I'm very intoxicated. The man made me drink. Like 6 or 7 things. And then he's like, hey, there's some assholes out here. Be careful. And I'm like, oh, I'll take them on. Hey, have you guys seen the bandits anywhere?
Pray for a quick death, you bastard!
How about you pray for this?
Ganging up on one man? Cowards!
Says
Mercy! Spare me!
You're not going anywhere until I say so.
I surrender.
Give me everything you have, and I'll let you go.
All right. You promised to free me. Now keep your word.
I will. Be on your way. Just hear him yelling and crying as he's running away. Fucking poachers anyway. Guy probably had a key. Have the thievery for this. Or the controller ability to hold this in a proper spot if I wanted to. That was fixed. This could hit harder than that. I don't need these. Need it. What the fuck? God, there's something horribly glitching out onto the floor. Little post-victory. Little victory bacon. Now, I mean, that guy might have had a key, but he ran. I said, give me everything and run, but I don't know if he would have given me a key. Let's see. Oh, well. I have to start lockpicking some random doors with no one around just to start improving that. And
2 sandstone guards, just like in Gable's Rhyme.
Oh boy, this. Yeah.
A mighty rock between the sandstone guards. That fits. But what does give one's heart to God mean?
Got me. I have no idea. I do not know. Know nothing of riddles. Mark point. At least me running around like an idiot always helps with my vitality. got is a fan of Die Hard now. Got the perk. I don't know what it could be here. Not too worried about it right now. I might look into the riddle stuff on my off time. Because it'll be easier for me to do it without the worry of streaming and doing it, and I can have fun with it. I like to solve those things more on my off time than me doing it on stream. But for now, hide this side quest. Get me back here, because I'm like in the middle of buttfuck nowhere. Like in the middle of nowhere. Holy shit, the bailiff knows witchcraft.
Sorry. He's getting old and losing his wits. He's half blind, as good as deaf. And when
So
he
what
takes fright,
bothers
he
you so
bites
much?
your hand off.
He used to be such a sweet dog.
I'll give him a bit longer.
1709 groschen to pay for my indulgence or whatever.
You serious?
All of my bad things. I've been such a bad boy.
Not your day, eh? How's it going? I expect that's not very comfortable on your back.
Fuck my back. I can hardly feel it anymore. But recently some joker passed by and put a dead fish in my breeches. So you don't end up here too.
Not your day, eh?
So you don't end up here too.
Greetings to you.
Jesus. Get a wash. It's covered in blood. I look horrible.
My God, this is killing. God be with you.
What's the latest news, innkeeper?
Nothing much, fortunately, and I hope it stays that way.
I heard you swear by the alluring fragrance of Mintha.
Only the finest quality, Mintha. And now that I've been invited to the wedding, I'm keeping a close eye on my last 2 files. Do you like it?
I do. What do you want for it?
Haha, I'm definitely hanging on to this one. I take damn good care that no one takes it from me. Such a rarity. Besides, what good would it do you, a man?
You'd be surprised how perfume can help make a man seem more trustworthy. But I'll probably have to give this one to someone else who's also going to the wedding.
Well, I don't think it'll smell as good on her or him as on me. Moreover, I want to stand out at the wedding. Anyone can get Menta perfume, but of the highest quality, so the fragrance lasts.
Not stealing yours.
I prize those little bottles over all.
Oh, they look a little suspicious that I talk to you about it and then I just take it. You don't need it.
Come now, Betty. Who put the idea in your head that you need perfume to impress someone?
Well, women compliment me on it. They say I smell classy, as if I was running an inn somewhere in Italy.
Don't try to be something you're not. I like you best as a real check innkeeper who's not afraid of a few stains from chicken and beer.
Maybe you're right. Maybe I needn't go overboard with
I think
the
I'm going to use this perfume.
Sometimes it even tickles me own nose. And it itches where I put it on.
Well, in that case, Betty, you better stop. You wouldn't want anything to happen to you.
It'll be better if I get rid of one bottle.
That was
I'm
quick.
keeping the other one, but I'll give you this one. At least I won't be so tempted to splash
I don't
it
even think
all
I'm going
over
with
me.
the Miller, so I
Glad to
don't
hear
even
that.
need to do all this.
I won't keep you any longer. We'll talk at the wedding, right?
I'm looking forward to it.
I already have the blacksmith thing. I don't need to go through all of this trouble.
Innkeeper, that beer. What's the hold up? King's ransom?
Just like the whole wedding.
I hear he ended up paying more than Lord...
Son of a bitch, I fucking hate. Imagine if I stole from you right here and now and no one would know. Like, I think they would see me. I'm pretty conspicuous while I'm intoxicated. Now the next person that needs my help on here. Oh, let's try to head here. Go talk to him about some problems, but I'm probably going to wrap up soon. But I want to at least go down there and talk to him. And then by the next time we play, we'll have the wedding to worry about. Will be fun. Or we finally get into chapter 1. We finally do stuff.
Quick!
I don't know how to go through all the trouble for the Miller in that quest, just because some of it involves me either talking my way through or paying money. I already have my way in. Both ways and both things, I think, from what I heard, was going to be exactly the same.
Quick!
With just a few little tidbits in the middle, and I'm like, I think Henry would stick with the blacksmith route. The blacksmith was the first person to give me a home. I helped him. He's helping me. Miller's kind of a fucking psycho. He ain't the Miller from the first game, so I don't like him as much. I like Chef Boyardee way more.
Quick!
Whoa! I'll run this part. I'm running.
You're always welcome here, noble sir.
Thank you. A horse close enough for me. I just want to... I haven't done this in a while. I go the long way to this. Also, I already have a noblewoman's thing. I already have clothes. That might be enough. I think I don't remember where I even got that from. Book I gotta read. Forgot about the 300 mint I never tried. Oops. Kind of happens when it was on my horse. I wasn't really thinking about it. Not really that hard to get. That. Or... I'll put the perfume on me. I don't want the perfume.
Do you buy...
That's right.
Here they are.
A dead wolf.
Gamekeeper.
I like how I can be like, can I spend the night here?
You were sent by Vostatek?
Yes. He hired me to find and catch poachers in his forests. That job's done. So he sent me to you. He said there's something I could help you with. He was talking about some ghost?
Nice. You might actually be useful then. What's your name?
Henry.
I'm Varel, the gamekeeper.
Henry the Wolf Scallots.
But I suppose you know that. The lad who helps me told me a while ago about this ghost you mentioned.
But I'll tell you about that after you help me with those bastards infesting my forests. What do you say? Will you do it?
I'll see.
Aye. I just need to know some details.
Sure. Ask away.
Vostatek was moaning his forests are full of the vermin, but I only looked for 2. How many do you think you've got here?
I have my suspicions about 3 places, and poachers always work alone, so I reckon it's an unholy trinity.
How do you know you've got poachers here?
The usual. There's been less and less game, and there's always a reason for that. I thought at first it might be them wolves that are rampaging there too, but I found some remains. It's a poacher, all right.
How can you tell?
There were knife cuts on the bones, not marks of wolves' fangs.
Where do these bastards of yours usually hunt?
The first one has been poaching Troskovitz, the graveyard site. Now we've started patrolling there, he's pulled back to Slatigo, somewhere to the east of the graveyard, and we ain't too keen to go there.
Why's that?
The place is cursed. And on top of that, it's swarming with wolves. You know that half-built cottage in Slatigo?
That must be deep in the forest, right?
The previous gamekeeper started building it, but he didn't finish it. He kicked the bucket before he could go on his first round. I've been gamekeeper here since then, and I don't intend to end up like him.
Hey, who could
Do you
help
know
me?
of anyone near Slatigo who could help me?
Try asking Ignatius, the Troskovitz gravedigger. Maybe he saw someone around there and can point you in the right direction.
Good idea.
And I'll do that then.
Right.
Not the gravedigger.
That's all I need.
Good luck. God be with you, and have a pleasant evening.
Oh, thanks.
Can I spend the night here? I'll pay you well if you...
But all I have is an old straw mattress, sir.
That's enough for me, and I'll pay you well. Let's agree on a price.
If I'm ever down here, you know.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Farewell.
Like, all I have is a straw mattress. What am I gonna do? Also, where's your bed? I asked for it, and I don't even know where it is.
Where should I lie down?
It'll be best to sleep in the attic of our hunting lodge.
Thank you.
It's good to see you.
I know that guy. I carried shit for him. Around your home. I eat your food, even though I'm very full. Ah, you got shit here. You can shoot stuff. Great.